Hi guys! So welcome back to my channel. I am really excited about today's video because it is my back to school beauty tips. I actually wish I had this video when I was in school, especially in high school, because I definitely could have avoided a bunch of makeup fails that were going on. I was looking back at a few of my pictures and I was mortified. It was like, why are you wearing so much black eyeliner? Like, ooh. But I'm here today to give you some of my back to school beauty tips so you guys can avoid some of those pitfalls when you guys are putting on makeup for school. So without further ado, let's just jump right in. So my first back to school beauty tip is obviously going to be the most simple one, and it is prepare your skin. Always, always, always prioritize skincare. That just means for you guys, moisturize, drink lots of water, use sunscreen or a moisturizer with SPF, and lip balm. Always, always, always make sure that your skin is taken care of before you put anything on it, because the better your skin feels and the better your skin looks, your makeup will look even better. And if you guys want to check out some of my top 5 skincare products, I will leave a link right here for you guys to go check that out. Second back to school beauty tip is bronzer and blush. I've seen a bunch of girls, especially high school girls, just put on a bunch of foundation and don't actually think about adding bronzer or blush. And what actually happens when you put on foundation is you flatten out all of the dimension on your face. You're color correcting so that your face is essentially one color. You lose some of the shadows and some of the highlight on your face when you just only wear foundation. So my tip is once you do foundation, or even if you don't do foundation, add a bit of bronzer, because then that gives you that sun-kissed look. And then even if you don't want to do bronzer, maybe add a little bit of blush, because then that brings some life to your face. It lets you look a bit glowy and it gives your face a bit more color. And so you don't look, I guess, dead. So some of my recommendations for drugstore brands would be the Pixi by Petra. You guys know I love this so much. And a blush that's maybe, especially for back to school, that's maybe a peachy, corally shade. Nothing too pink and nothing too mauve. It's very universal. This will look great on anybody's skin tone. And this is Model Co's blush cheek powder in peach Bellini, and it is gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. I love this for the summer. I also love this. I think this will go great for fall. It is beautiful. On the higher end side, if you guys are looking for higher end, I think this duo, which isn't going to be full size. I know that this retails, I think, for about $24 or $25 at Sephora, and you can pick this up on that. Check out I Love Doom, and it is the blush and bronzer, I think it's called a duo, and it has the Orgasm blush and the Laguna bronzer on here. And I really, really, really like this color because, like I said, this is like the peachy pink color for blush, and it's really pretty. So my third back to school beauty tip is going to be about brows. Yes, ladies, when it comes to the only thing you put on your face, I think you should forgo eyeliner and just focus on your brows. Once your brows are on point and they look fantastic, you can go ahead and just put on some mascara and a cute lipstick and you are done for the day. Brows essentially just frame your face really well. And I actually wish there were these products back when I was going to school, because then I could have done something else with my brows. I essentially did nothing when I was going to school, especially in high school. I just wore eyeliner. Yes, it was MAC Ebony or Carbon, one of those. I just kind of ran that all over my face and I called it a day. But I wish I knew better, because then I would have known to just put on some brow mascara and my face would have looked much better than my raccoon eyes. So for you guys can go as far as what I've done today, which is I put some brow powder to actually give my eyebrows a bit more shape and thickness. But you can forego that and just go straight to the brow mascara. And I have two here, a drugstore, which is the L'Oreal Paris Brow Stylist Plumper. And this is in the color dark. I think this comes in 3 colors. And then for the high end, you can do the Benefit Gimme Brow. And this is in the color medium deep. And I think this comes in one other color, which is for light. And one of the reasons I really like these is the fact that it tames your brows, it brings your brow hairs forward, and it actually allows you to put some color into your brows. So you can add a bit more definition and a bit more fullness to them so they don't look cray. But one thing to note when using the L'Oreal Paris Brow Stylist Plumper, when you put too much product on your eyebrows, it'll actually dry on your hair as a bit crunchy if you don't take the time to actually brush out the excess product on an empty spoolie or a clean spoolie. Your brows will start to look like, imagine if you had put too much hairspray on and your hair gets crunchy when you don't use great hairspray. It's kind of like that same sensation. So just be careful of it. This is still a great product. I do like it a lot, but I will warn you guys, make sure that you brush off any of the excess. All right, guys, so the fourth back to school beauty tip that I'm gonna give you is about eyeliner. And I think I told you earlier, all I wore in high school was black eyeliner. And I actually wish somebody told me that it wasn't the best look for me. And now that I know a lot more about makeup, I want to go back in time and tell my 16-year-old self that I'm wearing way too much black eyeliner. But for those of you who are in love with your black eyeliner, I have 3 alternatives for you guys to try out. So my first eyeliner tip is, instead of lining your eyes with black eyeliner, and when I say line your eyes, I mean your lids, you know, completely lining your lids with black eyeliner, especially a pencil, not a liquid eyeliner, I would go for a dark brown eyeliner. And the one that I really like that I've been using, and it is a drugstore brand, is the Rimmel Scandalized Waterproof Kohl Kajal in the color 003 Brown. So the reason I am loving dark brown eyeliner instead of black eyeliner is because it still provides you the definition that you want with an eyeliner, but you don't get the harshness of a black eyeliner. I also really, really like this because it accentuates your eye color, whether it's brown eyes, whether it's blue, green. I feel like it draws more attention to your eye, and your eye looks a bit more open than, say, a black eyeliner, which causes your eye to look a lot more closed, and it does make your eye look smaller. So second eyeliner tip is, instead of running black eyeliner in your waterline, and your waterline is just the lash line on your bottom lashes, instead of doing that, I would propose that you guys use a nude eyeliner. And a really great nude eyeliner also comes from Rimmel, and it is still the same Scandalized Waterproof Kohl Kajal, but it is in the color 005 Nude. I love the Rimmel pencil eyeliners because they go on really smooth, they're very opaque, and they're drugstore, so they're a great bargain. But the reason I'm posing an alternative of nude eyeliner instead of black eyeliner is because nude eyeliner actually opens your eye. It makes your eyes look more wide awake. It gives you somewhat of that doll-like appearance that a lot of celebrities use and a lot of makeup artists use, because it gives you that refreshing wide awake look instead of black eyeliner, which causes, like I said earlier, your eye to look more closed and look more drawn in. And finally, for the last eyeliner tip that I have is actually about black eyeliner, but actually using it in the right place. So I use black eyeliner to tightline. So tightlining is actually putting liner, in my case, black eyeliner, in the skin right under your top lashes. And what that does is, when you place it there, it actually makes your lash line look a lot fuller. It also opens the eye up, and it's an optical illusion because without even putting mascara on, you can see a really big difference. And also it helps hide some of the nude skin when you are putting mascara. So there isn't a separation between your mascara and your actual lash line. So my fifth and last back to school beauty tip is about inner corner highlight. And a lot of people forget, or maybe don't even know about this really great trick when it comes to doing your eye makeup, even if you don't have much eye makeup to put on. And inner corner highlight is that one little thing that you do to finish off your makeup, especially your eye makeup. It kind of pulls your whole face together. And what I like to use for my inner corner highlight is, and you've seen this a lot in my makeup tutorials, is the L'Oreal Silkaseam eyeliner pencil in the color Highlighter. And this is just a champagne rose gold color. What this actually does is it brings forward this part of your eyes, it also gives you that little, what's going on? Why is her makeup so much nicer? And what I really like about inner corner highlight is it, for me, just seems to finish off the look. Whenever I'm not wearing it, I notice that my eye makeup just looks a bit flat. It's not as gorgeous and exciting, at least for me. And I think you guys will notice that when you use inner corner highlight, whether it be pencil form, cream form, or even eyeshadow form, you'll notice that it completely transforms your eye look and it does complete your whole face. All right, guys, so that's it for my back to school beauty tips. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Definitely give it a thumbs up if you did. And for those of you who are thinking, I'm not going back to school, this will still be a really great video for beginners, people who seem really uncomfortable when it comes to makeup or just overwhelmed when it comes to makeup. These few tips will go along with anyone, even if you aren't going back to school. I also want to know what you guys think of some of these tips. Definitely leave me a comment down below letting me know if they were helpful, if you already knew them, or even if you have any tips that I may have missed. I'm also thinking of doing a few other back to school videos. I'm thinking about doing a lookbook and possibly some lipstick videos, what to wear when you go back to school, and maybe my mascara video finally. So let me know in the comments down below which one you would like me to do next. Thank you guys again for watching. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe. I will leave a button here again for you guys to click to subscribe. And for those of you who have subscribed, thank you. Don't forget to check me out on Instagram and Twitter. My handle is Carreon, and again, I will put it here. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!